You may already know I recently purchased an Ozark Trail G.1 Explorer from my local Walmart. After my first ride, I immediately asked myself, did I believe the hype? I tuned the bicycle up and I took it for a trip. The bicycle did have a rough experience on the back of the car with snow and mud. After only about 17 total miles on the bicycle at this point, I'm beginning to ask myself again, did I believe the hype? I'm afraid my luck might be running out. Will another tune-up fix this bike? Am I about to have to buy expensive parts? Let's try one more time and let's take this thing on some legit trails and see if this bicycle can survive. After a wash and a brief inspection, I did make some adjustments to the front derailleur. During my inspection, I also noticed this horrible noise coming from the rear wheel. I think I found the source of my noise. Just lifting on the sprockets and moving them down with if this is a cassette or a freewheel or free hub, whatever you call it. If you know your terminology better, you can see. But that's where that noise is coming from. Amplified by spokes, of course, which it's my backwards redneck way of testing spokes. Yeah, I think for now we're just going to leave it like it is and ride it. And I'll likely be changing this at some point anyhow. But that's what you get for $200, I guess. Okay. So I want to take this bike over to the schoolyard trail system where we ride at here in Laramie, and it's where I do most of my mountain biking. I'm not really a gravel biker, I'm mostly a mountain biker, and I want to take this thing on some single track trails. They would be considered a green in most places, and actually there's a little bit of wind today that's coming out of the west. There's one specific segment on Strava that's a nice smooth, it's a climb. It's not much of a climb, and I think it's like a 6-minute climb. But today with this wind and with this bike, I'm curious if I've got a chance at maybe even getting a Strava PR on this. And how cool would that be to get a Strava PR on a Walmart bike? So I think that's going to become my new goal today. Number one, challenge the bike, like actually challenge it, its dependability over some challenging terrain. But then also, can I get a PR, or can I even get in the top 3 on this one particular segment? All right, personal record attempt in the hill climb, Ozark Trail G.1 Explorer, take 1. I already think I'm gonna puke. Okay, here we go. And not shifting already, good job, there we go, finally shifted. I really think the shifting is my fault on my inability to tune. I already think I have the seat a bit too high for me. That awkward YouTuber glance around to make sure no one's watching. I'm gonna wait till I get to the car and finish this ride to see that segment. Dang, it felt like a PR. It seemed like no time I was at the top. I just hope I got the beginning and the end right. If not, I'll have to do this again. But I think I got it right. I can say that that's my first hard push for the season since last November. And holy cow, am I feeling that. Not to mention I've got some dental things going on. And I ate a huge thing of ice cream before coming out here. So I'm sure you're getting some wind noise. We'll cut this short here. By the end of this ride, the bike was operating just as good as it did when I first started. I hit a lot of rocks, I hit a lot of rough places, I did a lot of accelerating, and I used the brakes a whole lot. I never bent a wheel, I never popped a tire, and I do kind of regret not having some suspension. The rocks on this bike were extremely rough and extremely hard on my back, with the aluminum frame and fork and those high pressure tires just giving absolutely no compliance. However, the one complaint that I do see most online about this bike is about the brakes. And I would say for most people's riding, gravel roads, in town, the occasional hiking path, the brakes are probably fine. For the type of riding you see me doing in this video, I found that with the loose sand, the rocks, those small tires were actually a bigger limiting factor. The brakes tended to slow me down a little bit, and then the tire would lock up and slide. So, all in all, I would say the bike has actually handled the trail really well, and I'm kind of impressed. Now let's see that Strava and see if maybe this bike is actually faster than my other bikes. Well, I was certainly excited to see when I finally closed out my Strava that I did in fact get a PR on the specific segment I was shooting for. You can see here, this was my fastest time out of a total of 30 attempts on this one segment. Now watching this clip here, you're seeing that the little black spacer or the black icon, that's me today, and the purple one was my previous fastest attempt. It looks like I beat my old self by a total of 16 seconds. And by the way, that previous fastest attempt was me during a local cross-country race. So I had a lot going for me then as far as adrenaline, other people, just everything. And that was done on a $4,000 Specialized mountain bike. So I think I have a $200 bike that's worth the effort, worth the $200. What I can't. Okay, that's the end of the video. Thanks, bye.